welcome back to Spork Syndicate. This is Tom.
And this is Jackson.
Hey Jackson, I was at an intersection one day behind a Subaru and I realized something.
What did you realize?
If you spell Subaru backwards, it's U-R-A bus.
Okay.
This month's Four Horsemen build is a Hot Wheels Subaru WRX STI based on the 2011 model in the style of a rally car. Subaru has a rich history of rally racing, and even their production cars look ready to make a dash through the woods and over hills. Today's rally cars are all-wheel drive hybrid machines designed with sustainable materials to drive down very tight roads and tarmac, what they call asphalt surfaces, at very high rates of speed, often achieving massive air. The blue and gold Subaru livery is iconic. When I went searching for decals online, I was very happy to find the yellow stripes. Now, I just have to find the right blue. To drill the pilot hole that will eventually be tapped for the screw to hold it together, I use a 1/16 titanium bit. To save time, I keep the 1/16 bit in my impact driver. And when I remove the head of the rivet, I use a 9/64 bit that lives in my drill itself. When I get it apart, I find a standard Hot Wheels casting. A base, plastic wheels, an interior, smoky windscreen, and the body of the casting. Now that I have it apart, the casting goes into the citrus strip, a paint stripper you can buy at Walmart or Lowe's Depot for about $20 for a half gallon. I use a jar and dunk my castings for a few hours to strip them, and the results are great. If you shake off the excess citrus strip when you're done, you can make that half gallon last you a year or more. With the casting stripped, I use a steel wool attachment on my Dremel to smooth out the ruts and casting lines. Since I'm using Spectraflame paint, I need to make the casting as smooth as possible as I won't be using primer. The next step is grinding the fender flares behind the wheels to emulate current rally cars. I'm using a titanium attachment, which I then followed with a hand file and sandpaper to complete the cosmetic change. Time for flits, which will take the shine created by the steel wool to the next level. The finish is like a mirror in the end, mesmerizing. All that's left is to degrease the casting and get it into the paint booth. As always with Spectraflame paint, you begin with a very light coat. A fellow customizer compared it to putting on dye. Too much will make the paint run, and you'll have to start all over again. This is blue Retroflame paint from Second Chance Redlines, which I mixed with their Retroflame hardener using a 4:1 ratio of paint to hardener. And the results speak for themselves. There's nothing quite like a good, smooth Spectraflame finish on any die-cast car. To eliminate the risk of my homemade decals disintegrating on this build, I bought decals online. This was a great set, but it was printed in reverse, which meant I couldn't see how it was going down, as the backing faces you. The first decal was a bit of a bear, but it held up to all the back and forth, and I was able to get most of the folds out of it. Whew! After that, the rest fell into place. I was able to sneak in one homemade decal. While I had my heart set on adding mud flaps, I just ran out of time. but I was able to emulate the higher stance of the suspension designed for rough terrain using my X-Acto razor saw and my jewelry saw to deepen the axle slots. Then it was just JB Weld glue, and they were right in place. We began with a nicely stanced 2011 Subaru Impreza WRX STI. And now, we're ready for the World Rally Championships. The classic Subaru livery on top of blue Spectraflame paint with some pretty rubber tires. Let's go! Thanks again to the Four Horsemen for hosting these monthly builds. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I thank you for supporting the channel. If you're not already, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe so you can stay caught up with all things Spork. Also, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like. YouTube does nice things for us if you do. For Spork Syndicate, this is Tom, and we'll see you again real soon.
Wait a minute. So if you guys are curious how to flick a cap, I'll show you. Hey guys, if you want to know how to flick a bottle cap, well, this is a Gatorade bottle cap, so like, you gotta put it like that and then do that. And put the rest of these fingers up and this one like this, and then do that. And then when you're trying to throw it, when you're trying to flick it, you just gotta pull your hand back and then do that like this.